This is Damon Stevens. Today is Tuesday, August 30th, 2022. The stock market update for our trades of the day. And I was traveling this afternoon, so sorry I was not able to stay on live this afternoon. Hopefully, everybody was successful in their trades today as the market continued to sell off. So, with that, let's get into it, see what's going on, see what we need to prepare for tomorrow. I will be up in the morning on live. And so definitely check us out. And if you've not joined us, go ahead and join us right now. Where you get this video so that we can trade together and make some money together. So let's take a look at the chart, see what's going on in the market and what we can expect possibly the next day. And if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe to FinWealth Live to our YouTube channel so we can continue bringing these videos and these live streams as well to you on a daily basis. And also, if you go to finwealthlive.com, you can join our Discord where we post the numbers, our trades every day before the market opens. So what we're getting into, when we're getting out, locking in profits. So if that's helpful for you, definitely check it out. Definitely join us and provide some feedback to us. Look at the market. You can see Dow Jones closed down 0.96%, Nasdaq up or down 1.12%, and S&P 500 down 1.10%. So the sell-off continues. Boy, that Powell's speech really did it, didn't it? It definitely was the trigger that set us off here. So you can see the heat map, red pretty much across the board. We did have one small cap, MGAM, 103%. The volume was a little low. Did not trade this one. Obviously, I was also traveling, so I only caught morning trades here. Looking at, as far as other news that could be affecting the market, you can see that Wednesday we have ADP report and PMI, which is not as critical. Thursday and Friday definitely can see some volatility there. As we learn about initial jobless claims, right close to the before the open of the market. And we can also get our PMI information, manufacturing information as well. And then Friday, non-farm part payrolls and unemployment, which could definitely swing the market. Looking at calls and puts. So these puts are the red line here. That's people shorting the market with contracts, and the calls are the green ones. And you see here as we come into the end of the month or end of the week and end of month, we have about 2.1 people shorting the market to going long. So right now we're we're below the max pain level. Max pain is 413. Don't know that we're going to see the market get all the way back up there by Friday, but that would create the most pain in the market. That means these guys would be losing out. But right now, they're getting paid off. There's a payoff here for this major group here at the 400. So, and there's very little you can see as far as any of those spikes on the call side. So definitely, everybody's definitely bearish on the market still. We're getting earnings today. We had Best Buy, Baidu, which sold off, which was interesting. Big Lots, with Chewy and HP after hours. Tomorrow, I don't have a lot that I'm watching personally. The only one would be at the end of the day, Okta and Viva. I'll be watching. Then Thursday, just so you get an idea generally how Campbell's and Hormel might be an opportunity. And then after hours on Thursday would be Broadcom and Lululemon and Tilly's as opportunities as well. Friday, there's nothing, so just be aware of that. Also, we notice that we're coming up to a holiday weekend for the U.S. here, so just be aware of that as well. We'll be having a short week coming up. But Google, looking at the Google chart here, you can see, we talk about this every night. 4 months. We're just kind of up and down in this little channel, so we're coming back down towards those lows again. Now, we could bounce early. We kind of did here. But overall, we've been coming down at least this 105 area. So, expect some possible more downside. But we're going to just remain this channel until Google can find a way to break out. Microsoft came down, kind of hopped as well. This little channel broke out and then found resistance on this line right here. Let's pull back down here. So looking really for it to come possibly, find support here at this candle, which you can see today, it did bounce right off the top bottom of this candle. This is kind of a range right here, and that's engulfed both of these candles so far. So we'll see, it's got to really break out above this 268 level or break down below this 260 level. Otherwise, we're going to have a range bound for Microsoft. Amazon came down, almost fill this whole entire gap that we had. So you can see this line was where the gap was between these 2 points. So, another day maybe, we can fill the whole gap on Amazon. Amazon can do that. Maybe it'll bounce off here and start to go high again. Apple filling this gap as well. It actually got to fill this gap today. So we could find a bounce in Apple, or we could find it range bound. But they have this marked out here, and we did fill that gap. So that business is done for Apple. So we'll see where it goes from here. Chipotle breaking down below the 20-day, and then kind of close right below it here. We'd have a little bit of gap here, so it did fill the gap. So getting some gaps filled on this pullback here. Now we have a big, huge one down here. Chipotle, don't see that it's going to come down there anytime soon. It's possible, but don't think I'm going to see it. But looking for some support here, maybe a bounce here now that we filled that space, that gap. So on NVIDIA, see here, continue to pull back here, kind of broke my support line here, which was this, this pivot right here. So we kind of broke through it, do we get range bound here, come down, test this low? It's likely that we could. So just something to be aware of, especially since we broke that line. And then again, continue to subscribe to our videos so we can continue bringing this content to you. Looking at the S&P 500, stocks above 50-day moving average. So these are the stocks that are in the 500 that broke. And we talked about this in our videos. We talked about this, last week too. That were at that high, and that we're kind of consolidating here. This was higher than these last pivots here, and that's 92% of companies having over their 50-day was very bullish. And you see this pullback that we have had. We broke down, now below all the moving averages. So now it's a matter of level of support. And you see the level of support's, pretty broad range, but this 30, 19, 15 really shows that we could possibly come down a little bit further. And as we do that, now we're under 50% of people, 50% of companies under the 50-day moving average. So something to be aware of. There is some weakness back in there. 10-year yield bonds still hovering at the tops here, broke out of this channel a little bit. So if we see if we can consolidate, if we break above this 3.128 level, then we could possibly rally back up towards these highs. Otherwise, maybe we'll break back down here into this wedge. 2-year, it spiked yesterday, and then today it got above it as well. So making new highs, 2-year yield. So that's not good for the market. So if we continue to elevate it in the 2-year yield, expect continued pullbacks in the market. Dollar index kind of holding at these highs. That does create some stress on the market to try to move up. That means money's in cash. So just something to watch for, as we kind of build that momentum up there. On gold, you see here, continue to just channel down. So we're coming back down here. We're below their support line here. So now it's going to be resistance again. So we'll see if we continue to go back down towards the lows, but not looking good. For gold, U.S. oil, trying to break out. Here you can see we try to break out on this resistance line, broke back down, just kind of stuck in this channel. Came up, tried to breach it again, broke down. Now we're back here. So we're kind of stuck in this little channel for U.S. oil for a while. Looking at the VIX here, so this is the volatility index. You can see that we kind of broke out of that wedge, came up to the bottom of it, now 2 days, and still rejecting off. So it could be that we can come range around here. Until we kind of break up to highs, but this VIX, if as long as it's over 25, is going to create volatility in the market to where the market's going to pull down. So we really need to put this pull back down here below the 20 to help the market to recover and start to run again. You see here the VIX on weekly, you can see it's still above this last week's candle. So that's still very bullish on the VIX, which means the market continues to sell off. So you see that we're now in this little range here. Got major support here around 394 to 393. We've got to hold. If not, we're possibly come down here and test these lows again. So big sell-offs on SPY. On a weekly chart, you can see we're kind of within this candle. But the bottom of that candle is support. So that, again, we're reaching that area where we need to hold and bounce. If we're going to do that, otherwise we could be retesting those lows. Triple Qs broke down to it. It's in this range right here. You see a lot of consolidation that happened kind of in this general cat area range here that we have. And you can see here as well, but right here, this little tight range. Hopefully we can get support here, right at this 298 area and bounce off this. If we don't, it could be coming down to new lows again. Semiconductors, you see strong weakness as well there. Looks like we could come down and test lows again if we don't get some support here. You can see we're right on the midline of our deviation. So expecting we could get a bounce tomorrow. We'll see. IWM come back in this little range area as well, below the moving averages. So looking for some support here. Otherwise, again, across the board, we may be seeing new lows again. Looking at the financial sector, XLF, you can see here that, we broke this support line we had out here and continued to hover under there for 2 days. You see this is an area consolidation. I should have really put a line here so you can see a little bit of a channel here. So could be that we could get into this area and stay. If we break through this area, then we could be coming down definitely for some lows again. Looking at healthcare, come back again, broke our support line that we had from here. Go back to this one here in this range. If we break this, then new lows could be on the list again. Bitcoin seems to be flat right down here. Just kind of hovering around this 20,000. So gotta find some support here. Otherwise, we could break down back down towards 19 or 17,000. Ethereum trying to rally up here, try to get up here, try to spike through and get to the 50-day and then 20-day. That was resistance, and it pulled all the way back down below this major resistance thing we have now. So see if Ethereum can break out, hold. It's got to do that for a couple days. If it does, we can get bullish. Otherwise, more likely we're going to be stuck in this range. That's our stocks, our cryptos, things we're bringing to you today. Things we're looking at tomorrow. Again, if you haven't already, go down, join our Discord, and join us in the morning before the market opens, and you'll be able to see our list of stocks that we're trading for the day. Also, if you do join our group, we do have live training courses, group training, one-on-ones, other services that we can provide those traders who are either new or want to become part of the community. So definitely take advantage of that. And that we can get into our masterclass and go through our training, which has several different techniques and ideas on different ways to trade in various markets. So don't want to miss out on that. But that's all we have for tonight. We'll talk tomorrow night as well. Again, covering the stocks and talking about what we do prep for the next day. So definitely join us. And everybody stay safe out there. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.